I was talking with my boyfriend today, and he told me that he asked his grandfather, "How do you know if a woman is the right one for you?" And I felt the immediate need to hop on here and tell all of you this because I feel like more people need to know this. So we had this conversation with his grandfather because he had realized that he hadn't had a conversation about life in general from someone who had gone through life and obviously gathered a lot of wisdom because his grandfather is happily married. So his grandfather actually said about 3 to 4 different things, but I feel like there's one thing that each of you need to know. His grandfather said, "You know if a woman is the right one for you if you immediately want to share with her. If you want to give of yourself to her without question, without hesitation." You guys, I want to show you how true this is. Think about a man who is actually interested in you. He plans a date. He's not thinking about the cost, trying to penny pinch or cut corners. He takes the time to give up his time, to give his intention, and to give what he needs to provide for the date to actually go well. He also pays for the date, which is a form of giving of himself. If he's really into you, he gives you his time. He texts, he calls, he checks in on you. It's like a second nature to him. And then if you all proceed to have a long-term relationship leading to marriage, in that marriage, he's the provider. He's giving of himself to you because you are a woman that he values, a woman that he cherishes, and a woman that he respects. And he treats you like a priority. He treats you like someone who is valuable. And you are valuable because you are the woman for him. When my boyfriend shared this with me, I absolutely had a heart-filled moment with him. Because after our first date, we immediately stayed glued to each other every single day. Like, we didn't miss a day of talking. We didn't miss a day of a phone call, a day of texting, nothing. When I first met him, I told him what my original career path was. And I explained to him that although that path would have made me a very accomplished person, it didn't excite me. It stressed me out. It was the opposite of what I actually saw myself doing in life. And he immediately told me, "I see in your eyes that you're actually not excited about going in that direction. So tell you what, I'll make sure you have the safety and the support to make your passion a success." He says, "There's one thing I want you to know. You don't have to work. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. I'm definitely not letting you go in the corporate world because that's not what you want. The only thing I want you to do is go all in with your passion, give your all to your passion because you're young. You have no real responsibilities except to be your best self and to do what you love." When I tell you this level of safety that I received from him was such a gift from God, from the universe, whichever you like to call it, he immediately showed me that he was willing to give of himself, no matter what it required. He was like, "I've got your back. I can give to you. I value you. I appreciate you. I prioritize you." And until this day, it's the same thing. And this is why I teach you all how to manifest relationships with people who love you for who you authentically are. Because when people actually love you for you, they love you for your authenticity because you have removed your limiting beliefs. You come across love stories that are this authentic and magical, and you learn that magic is actually a real thing in life. Like, to live a life that feels magical is real life. Anything other than that is not real life. So this is your sign, ladies. Step into your best self. Step into your most authentic self, because that is when you manifest the highest frequency relationship that you could ever manifest in your life. And to manifest someone that is ready to give you the world from day one, who actually wants you to be your best self, they inspire you, they contribute to your life constructively, you don't have to play games or do all these dating gimmicks, you guys. Like, lean into who you are. What happened to trusting yourself, trusting your life and your uniqueness? That's the only game you need, is your uniqueness, because that in itself is a puzzle for someone to understand. It's mysterious enough because we're each unique, and that leads you to the highest frequency relationship that you could ever have. Now, manifesting that relationship and becoming that version of yourself is another conversation. Limiting beliefs will stand in your way. You can take all the inspiration you want, but if you still have limiting beliefs, you're going to have a very difficult time attracting the relationship that you know you dream of. So if you want to manifest your dream relationship, I share my manifestation process with you, and it is not the ask, believe, receive process. That is not what I use to manifest my life or my relationship. And I have helped women manifest long-term relationships, marriage, traveling the world with their special person. One of my ladies is touring Africa with her husband. Another one of my ladies is about to go on a tour in France with her specific person. So it doesn't just work for me. It works for tons of other women, married or not. And if you want to attend my free workshop and get my free ultimate guide to having him obsessed, all you have to do is go to the top of my page and you know where to find everything.